Welcome. We will begin shortly. Welcome. We will begin shortly. When buying a condo, it's important to understand all the moving parts associated with purchasing a condo to living in a condo. Use this webinar as a resource for understanding about condos. If you need further assistance, don't hesitate to contact me. Let's get started. So, today's agenda. I'll discuss a little bit about me, steps on buying a condo, condo associations, financing a condo, condo documents, and upfront fees when buying a condo. So, my name is Rashana Levin. I'm with Keller Williams Realty. I'm a licensed realtor in Virginia, Maryland, and DC. I've been in real estate for over 15 years, assisting buyers and sellers from Fredericksburg to Baltimore, Maryland. I'm also a notary public in Virginia. So, let's get started. Let's begin. What is a condo? A condominium is a type of property that's acquired with special ownership called condo ownership. With this type of ownership, you only own your dwelling space, share walls and common areas with other owners or your neighbors. Each month, you pay a current condo monthly fee assessment. Yearly condo fees are assessed based on the budget and reserve amount for the association, so keep that in mind. So your condo fee may not remain the same. It could go up. Probably won't go down. It may, but it probably won't go down. The monthly fee pays for expenses and maintenance of the condo community. And your condo could also be in a homeowners association. So types of condos. There are several types of condominium types. There is a high rise, which is 7 or more stories. There's mid rise, which are 4 to 6 stories. There's garden style, which mirrors, kind of looks like apartments. There are 3 to 4 stories. There's piggyback, or what's also called stackable units. They mirror townhome appearance, but they're condos. And some townhomes that are in planned unit developments are created with condo ownership. So don't think just because it looks like a townhouse doesn't mean it has fee simple, which is the other type of ownership that you can have other than condo ownership. So steps to buying a condo. This is important. Let's review. So it's important to get your pre-approval for your condo before looking at homes because it will determine whether you can purchase a condo based on your financing type. Once you have found a condo with your online search that's worth taking a look at in person that you want to view, you like the community, you like what it looks like online, makes sense to look at it. It's important if you're buying with FHA or VA financing, there's a website where you can verify if the community is approved for the type of financing you're doing. I'll put a link in the description below so you'll have it to go to the link if you need it. If it says that it's not approved, then you won't be able to get financing, which means you can't purchase the house. So it doesn't make sense to go look at it. So your agent can assist you with saving time on seeing things that are not approved. Once you've found your condo of choice, you write an offer and it's accepted. Hooray! You have just started your condo purchase. Next, you complete your inspections and the appraisal is completed to obtain the value. If the value is less, the appraised value is less than your contract price, you will need to ask for a sales price reduction. During this time, your lender will require that you order what's called a condo questionnaire. It's sometimes called a lender questionnaire. It will determine whether the lender will fund the loan based on the details in the report, and I will discuss that later in the lesson so you understand more about that. You will also receive condo documents provided by the seller. You will have a certain amount of time to review the documents. When I discuss condo documents, you'll learn more about that. So your lender will give you certain conditions called lender conditions in order to fund your loan from the underwriting department. Once you received your conditions, one of the conditions will be obtaining proper condo insurance, which is similar to homeowners insurance, but the policy type differs from a standard homeowners policy. After your loan package has been submitted to underwriting and fully approved, you will be considered clear to close. That's the phrase you want to hear. If you don't hear that, you're not closing. You will complete your final walkthrough and you will attend closing. So that's the basic steps briefly on how to buy a condo. So financing for a condo. Mortgages. It's important to understand the different types of mortgages. So there's conventional, there is FHA, there is VA, and there's rural housing. So conventional and FHA require down payments. Conventional loans are more conservative with their debt to income ratio and require higher credit scores. FHA loan approvals are less conservative with their debt to income ratios and have lower credit score requirements. VA and rural housing, for a VA loan, you have to be a veteran or a surviving spouse of a veteran to qualify. And rural housing, you have to purchase based on the actual area off of the USDA's website to be able to qualify. So you're restricted on where you can purchase with that program. Down payment programs are available with most of these programs. So if you want to know more about that, let me know. So now let's talk about monthly payment. Since this is a condo purchase, it's important to understand what's included in a mortgage payment based on the lender's point of view, because their view is what matters because they're the ones giving you the money. So the basics of all mortgages is what's called PITI. So the P is for principal, the I is for interest, the T is for taxes, and the last I is for insurance. If you're purchasing a condo with FHA or conventional loan, you will have PMI, which is private mortgage insurance, which is a percentage of the loan amount. So that's going to be added to the PITI that you have. So since I'm talking about condos, you're going to have association fees, which is actually a factor of your monthly payment. So a tip for you, once you're approved, ask your loan officer what's the payment amount that they've approved you for and what's the interest rate. Because if the interest rate increases, your maximum monthly payment will decrease and you won't be able to lock in your interest rate until you find your home of choice and you're under contract. So let's take an example. Say, for instance, if they say your monthly payment cannot exceed $2,500 a month, cannot go over that $1. So let's say PITI with everything, you're at 2,000 for easy numbers. And then with the PMI, that's another 200. So now you're at 2,200. And then the condo you're looking at is $350 a month. That puts you over, so you won't be able to purchase that house. So that's very important that you understand that. So condo associations. Let's talk about condo associations. So condo associations are made up of board members, and sometimes they are managed by homeowners associations or property management companies. The amenities range from community to community. All communities don't have the same amenities. Almost all condo associations include snow removal, trash removal, exterior maintenance, common area maintenance, lawn maintenance, and your master's insurance policy. Some condo fees include all utilities or some utilities, front and back lawn maintenance, swimming pool, tennis court, fitness center, community center, and other amenities. It's important to understand what types of maintenance is included with the exterior upkeep of your condo. Does the association fee cover windows, the balcony upkeep, the patio maintenance? And are there any special assessments that are going to cover these expenses if it's required that all of the owners actually pay for it in the future? So that's important that you need to know. So condo documents. So the seller must provide you condo documents. You want to check for violations, check for reserves, and other items. So let me go into detail with that. So you receive your condo documents from the seller. What now? After you receive the documents, you have a time limit on reviewing the documents to be able to rescind your contract based on the documents. So in Virginia, it's 3 calendar days. In Maryland, it's 7 calendar days. In DC, it's 3 days based on federal government working days. So inside of the condo documents, there will be information on the bylaws, the rules of the community, budget and reserve amounts, insurance, owner to investor ratio, rental policies, parking policies, monthly dues, and any current special assessments. Some common items that will affect your loan when buying a condo: delinquency rates. So the delinquency for late condo monthly dues should be less than 15%. Reserves. If the community is 10 years or less, then it should be at least 10% of the annual revenue. If the community is 10 years or older, it should be at least 25% of the annual reserve. Lenders aren't necessarily strict on this, but I would say that's something that you need to look at, because if they don't have enough money to cover expenses, then that means a special assessment is probably coming up. Owner to investor ratio, percentage of owners to renters. It should not be more than 49% of the units rented in a condo community, because that means it's actually turning into basically an apartment complex at that point. Master's insurance policy. Not having adequate coverage for the community for all the dwellings. That is a common thing that could happen. That could basically kill your deal if there's not enough money there to cover it. And you want to make sure it has enough coverage, because if something happens, you want to make sure it's covered. Something else to keep in mind when searching for a condo: if all the utilities are included in the monthly fee, chances are there's probably a larger facility and there's no wash and dry in the unit. So be leery of that. If it's like $400, it's probably a larger facility. It's probably not a unit. Not all the time, but most of the time. Also, a condo can have a condo and a homeowners association fees. Condo fees can be monthly, and the HOA fee could be monthly or quarterly. Questions that you should keep in mind: how much money is in reserves? Who manages the association? What's the community rental policy? Are there any special assessments currently or coming up in the future? Are there any pending lawsuits against the association? Is parking included in the purchase price? Is there a separate fee for parking or cost monthly? What is the visitor parking policy? So upfront fees when buying a condo. So there are several fees you need to keep in mind when buying a condo. That's upfront meaning before you actually purchase the house. So you'll have to do a home inspection. You don't have to, but I recommend you do a home inspection. So there's a fee for that. You have to do termite. Not all the time, depending. It may be a lender requirement, so that's an expense. You'll have to pay for that. The lender or condo association, not condo association, the questionnaire fee, you'll have to pay for that. And your appraisal fee, you'll have to pay for that. So all of these things have to be paid for in order for you to receive them. So that concludes this webinar. If you have any additional questions, give me a call or email me. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, comment, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Rashawn 11 with Keller Williams. Thank you for watching.